Yogesh sir,
Yes, yes.
very good afternoon to one and all. I, Mrs. Kiran Shinde, Assistant Professor, IICMR MCA, welcome you to Webathon 2020, a collection of webinar series hosted by Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, IICMR Pune. We have launched this webinar series to engage you with the current industry trends and explore and empower. I hope many of you have attended our previous talks and you found it informative and useful. Business intelligence tools are essential for companies to stay competitive and maximize revenue streams. Organizations at every size and stage are using BI software and tools to analyze, manage, and visualize business data. So let's revive ourselves and gear up our learning through the webinar series Webathon 2020. Before we start today's talk, just a couple of instructions for all the participants, of course, for the seamless experience. Please keep yourself muted throughout this talk to avoid any further distractions, and you will get chance to post your questions at the end of the session through chat box. Now to begin with, I would like to introduce to you with our today's convener, Dr. Priya Deshpande, Research Head, IICMR MCA. Madam is postgraduate in MBA HR and PhD in statistics. She is certified with Microsoft Technology Associate, that is MTA, for database fundamentals. She has published 10 plus research papers and 3 books. And she is also acting as academic research coordinator for our institute. Over to Dr. Priya Madam.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Kiran ma'am, for the warm introduction. Today, I welcome you all for the third talk in Webathon 2020, a webinar series of ISMR on topic BI tools makes business cool. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, we all are facing various challenges, right from getting daily needs to arranging the medical help for the needy people. Every business is affected due to this pandemic. There are huge challenges to restart the business or make the business operational during and after this lockdown period. The perspective of business is changed. Customer requirements and preferences have been altered. The present situation is having a high to very high level impact on the business according to a survey conducted in May 2020. Sector that would be much affected includes logistics, automobile, tourism, metal, drugs, pharmaceuticals and electronic goods. So now it's a high time to use technology effectively to overcome this difficulty. Today we have an eminent speaker, Mr. Pankaj Morade. Pankaj is a proud alumni of IICMR. He has done his masters in computer application and has more than 5 years of experience in business intelligence domain. Pankaj is ISTQB certified tester and Tableau developer from Technomatic Solutions. He has worked in Tata Technologies Limited, KPIT and SKP Business Consulting Limited, Pune. Pankaj is currently working as a senior specialist at AXA Business Services Private Limited. He works on various technologies like Tableau 9.x and above, SAP Business Objects 4.0, 4.1 and 4.2, IBM Cognos TMI, SAP HANA, Oracle 10 and 11 generation, MS SQL Server 2008 and above, HTML, C, CPP and Core Java. Today he is going to talk on various BI tools, understanding customer need in lockdown through BI tools, how BI tools are used in business intelligence domain for strategic planning. So now I would like to request Pankaj Morade to share his words with our audience on BI tools makes business cool. Welcome and over to you, Pankaj.
Yeah, thank you, Priya ma'am, for the wonderful introduction, and would like everyone to thank to giving this opportunity for me to share my knowledge. So before starting, let me also share my presentation as well, and then we'll probably continue on the topic. So before to start with any tool, definitely the topic is going to end with one tool, that's Tableau. But I would also talk on what is BI, or the benefits of BI, or business intelligence we call it. So business intelligence is this is not something that emerged in last 5 or 10 years. This was also before that. The only difference in traditional BI and the current BI is the traditional BI was not self-serviced. So it was very robust. It was it was a big challenge when, if you have something to change in any data, you have to do all the value chain of BI. So that's the reason the current BI is very much interactive. It's self-serviced. You can use it on your own. You can change the data on your own, and a number of things. I'll definitely show you an example that on that as well. How we move ahead. So to start with the benefits of BI, or business intelligence, in current market situation, or in any organization. So there are a couple of benefits. I've listed out some of them, but definitely there are a lot many other benefits other than these. But these are the basic benefits, which helps for any organization to run or to sustain in the market. So one of them I will start is with to understand customers better. So what this means is, how we use BI to understand customers better is, what we do is we take the data out of the customers who have dealt with the organization directly or indirectly for last, say, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever data we have from the time that customer purchased or did some business with the organization. We see the trend, what exactly that customer did with the organization, and what was his need at that time. Did he turn back to the organization again after that, or if not, then why? So this helps the organization or the business to retain, or also to get a track on the customers, what exactly they need. Because if you see, the market keeps on changing, the demand will always keep on changing, let it be any product or let it be in any service. So for that, we need business intelligence, and that helps to understand the customers better. The second part, for with customers understanding, is also to drive the performance and revenue of the organization. Definitely this is very much important for any organization to generate more and more revenue, and to get the best performance, let it be from the employees or let it be from the company itself. So how does this help? So what BI plays an important role in performance and revenue is, it can help you to operate more efficiently, and then it indirectly helps to drive performance and revenue. So for any organization or any company, what it does is it maintains all the data with respect to its expenditures, its revenue, and a complete balance sheet with respect to profit and loss. That helps the company to always change on what it's spending upon, and where it can save cost, and then that's the reason it keeps on running the cost saving drives. So that helps it to drive its performance and the revenue very efficiently, and that also indirectly covers to, or helps to improve the operational efficiency. One more thing where it helps to improve the operational efficiency is, I would say, if you take an example of a company which is manufacturing some product. Suppose if they don't use BI, or they don't have business intelligence complete suite to help run their business, then what happens is, we can definitely keep a track of manufacturing the product, the demand, the supply, and all those things. But it will have a gap where it won't be able to track each and everything on a very regular basis. So it meaning you can track the things on a monthly basis, a quarterly basis, but you cannot do that on day-to-day basis. For that, we need business intelligence, definitely a tool with that, so that it will give you a track of daily business deal with respect to demand and supply. So that helps to improve the operational efficiency. For example, if you don't need to manufacture a product in a particular season, then you can cut that production supply, or product. You can, reduce the number of production for that day, for that quarter. So that's one example, where it helps to improve the operational efficiency. You can also, grade leads. So you can definitely, that helps to create more and more leads with respect to a particular product. If a company is manufacturing, suppose 10 products, but out of those 10, it's, only 2 or 3 products have a huge demand, and the others don't have that much demand compared to those 2 or 3 products. So what a company can do is, they can bifurcate the production lines, and they can, focus more on those 2 or 3 products, and then that can, help to grade the leads. The other aspect to this is to provide a personalized service more easily. So one example for this is, if suppose there is a service-based company which gives service to its, after-sales product. So we have sold a product, and then that company is continuing on the service of that product. So one example is, what happened is, that company, that they gathered all the data, and they saw that their customers are not happy with their service. They're happy with the product, but they're not happy with their service. And then that was the reason for that company. Their product indirectly, was not getting sold how it was 2 years down the line. So they took all the data of their service channels, all the information with respect to all the incidents, or, whatever channels from where, customers reach out to the companies for any kind of service or support with respect to their products. Then they analyzed that, they did a survey, and then they analyzed that customers needed more, personalized service than to just give a generalized service. So they don't want a generalized service. They want more personalized service with respect to their products. And then the company decided to, to put more people to look into more personalized service. So that helped that company to come back and, improve their revenue and the product sales and all those things. So this was one example where, business intelligence provided a personalized service more easily, because the reason is the data and the kind of or mode of actually using the data was good using the business intelligence profile. If you do this using the traditional business intelligence, believe me, that would have taken more time, and indirectly that company would have more loss, for that time. And then, that's the reason, if you see, many businesses get shut down. This is one of the time is very important, in these kind of scenarios. The other very important aspect is identifying the sales trends. Many a times what happens, companies, if you have a larger product, so we'll not name any company, but there are many companies where they have a product range of more than 500 different products. So just assume how it will be for them to track all those 500 products and their sales with respect to the trend. So suppose it's a rainy season, and then out of those 500 products, if you're not able to track which product you need for that season, for that quarter, then it's a waste of that production. It's waste of money, time, operations, everything. And then, indirectly, again, that bottoms, if you see the bottom line, it turns out to a loss for that company. So BI, or business intelligence, here also helps to identify the sales trends with respect to the products. What they do is they categorize the products, top 10 products with respect to the sales, top 10 products with respect to the revenue, with respect to profit, and those things help immediately for the higher management to make decisions, to identify the different sales trends, and then they can easily monitor and modify the production of those products. So that this is one of the important aspect for the benefits of business intelligence. So this is a very brief and high level summary or for the benefits of business intelligence. As I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of other benefits of business intelligence. Probably you can you can research more on that if we have some more talks on this. I'll now move on to the next slide, where this data is, if you just Google also for BARC, this is Business Application Research Center. They mostly do analysis of different companies worldwide, how they are using data analytics, how they are using big data analytics and all the different business intelligence channels to help improve their business, their revenue, and the other factors which help to sustain any company or any organization. So if you see their research, what it says right now is over 40% of the companies worldwide, okay, worldwide I'm saying, use big data analytics. So if you see the difference, how it has benefited them is, they say that after using the big data analytics, it says that the companies saw an 8% increase in the revenue as well as 10% in reduction in the cost. So cost is definitely there are huge number of things with respect to the cost, the operational cost, then the salaries, and then the maintenance cost, and then the AMCs and different kind of cost. So reduction of a 10% cost is huge. So we think that 10% is very less, but just think where the business is in crores, and then if you see the 10% of that is huge. The other benefits which they identified is they 69% there was a benefit for better strategic decisions. So I'll talks a bit on what strategic decisions companies make is, if you see the higher management, they decide on how a company should work for next 6 months, a year, 3 years or 5 years. So that is more on the strategy. It's not on the operations day to day, but it's more on a future visibility. So if you see, this is very important, because if you don't have a strategic planning for next year or 5 year or 10 years down the line, depending upon the current and the past behavior of that organization, then you will fail for the future if you don't have a strategic plan. So using business intelligence or data analytics, we say this is a very important thing which helped the organization. The other thing is it also improved the control of operation processes. If you see, there are a number of processes associated with any organization to run. So if you don't have a big plan, or I would say it also indirectly is linked with the strategic decisions. If you don't have a good well planned operational process, you might end up in increasing the cost, operational cost, I would say. So this has helped to improve that, because definitely you can monitor the operation processes, you can refine them, you can cut down the processes which are not needed, and those kind of things. The other thing is better understanding of customers, which we just now saw in the last slide. So that is one of the aspects, and then the last is again about the cost reductions. So 47% of cost reduction is again a very huge amount, I would say, for any organization. Then we would say, or we would talk more on the ways the business intelligence help companies make decision, or a smarter decision or strategic decisions, how it helps to do that. So one is definitely any company or any organization, they always look ways to increase their profit, their revenue, because that's the main motive of any organization if you want to grow in the market. So this is one of the way to the business intelligence or any tool helps the companies to do this. Another thing is, which we again covered, is the customer behavior, and we can compare the data with the competitors. Here I would say it's not easy for each and every organization, because not every organization would share their their data with the companies or the market. But what companies do is they at least see the sales or the trend of other competitors. They take their data and then they can easily at least compare, what's happening with the competitors. They can track performance, they can optimize the operations, they can predict, success is again depending upon the strategic decisions which they do on the historical data, the current data, and then the future. So they can spot the market trends. Market trends is again something with respect to the products which you sell. As I said, if you are not able to identify the best selling product of your company, then you cannot spot the market trends. So that is one thing which is associated with this. The other thing is discovering the issues or problems. So this is more with the sales, with the processes within the organization. If you don't identify the issues or problems on time, then definitely that will increase the cost and minimize the overall profit. Now I would talk on actual topic which we are about to discuss today. That's more on the business intelligence tools and platforms. So for tool, I will make it clear that we are going to. There are different tools in the market, but we are going to focus more on Tableau, which is one of the top tools right now in the market. So there are different, I would say, first of all, different mediums or methods to use business intelligence. Tool is just an medium to use it, but if you see the larger topic of business intelligence itself, it comprises a huge BI value chain. So which starts with the data preparation, then it's more on the data modeling, transforming and loading the data into a new database, and then on top of that what we do is we use any tool to actually create data visualizations, data reports, ad hoc reports, and different kind of things depending upon the need. So what is this term here? If you see on the slide, it says that many self-service business tools. So self-service, the meaning is, I'll give you an example quickly. In initial days, what happened was using Excel or any other reporting method. Company or the team which was doing it, they used to create reports. Okay, so they have a data for a specific set of products or process. They used to give that to the higher management. The higher management, they used to see the data, but they cannot change anything because they at that time didn't have this self-service kind of business intelligence tools like Tableau or any other tool. So if any management have to change anything in that data or in that process, then the complete process of creating that report that should be repeated. So just think how much time you will spend on creating those reports again and again for just small changes. So this is the important thing here, which today's business intelligence tools play by giving the self-service I would say functionality to streamline the process and also to make it easier for the end users, for management or any person who is using that report or that dashboard. So he can easily now go and change any value or anything on that dashboard, and he can run the report himself and not going back to the team who developed it, and that developer will take time again to repeat those things. So what we call it is, if you see the terms, there are different platforms like ad hoc reporting, data visualization, and creating customized dashboards for multiple level of users. I'll show you some examples going forward how this has been done using Tableau. The next thing is again how business intelligence or the platforms help companies to make better decisions by showing the present and the historical data. Historical data is very important if you're using something like data visualization or reporting, because then you will understand the trend, what your company or organization did 5 years down the line and what it should do going forward. So that's the reason historical data play a very important role in business intelligence. Uh, Now, the benefits of visual analytics. Now before talking about the benefits, I'll talk what is visual analytics. Visual analytics or data visualization, what it is we normally have a tendency of visually seeing things more easier than if I just show you some rough Excel sheet or something like that. So we definitely, it's easier if I show you some nice colors and all those things, charts and all those. That's more easier to read and easier and interesting, I would say, to read and quickly make out the decisions, where exactly the company is lagging or where it is doing good. So that's the reason there are different benefits of visual analytics or data visualization than compared to the traditional BI reports, or I would say BI sheets. Used to call sheet because Excel was the only thing traditionally used for reporting purposes. So, so that's the reason one of the very common ways to present business intelligence right now is through data visualization. And one of the tools to do data visualization is Tableau, which we have an example today. So visualizations are nothing but they are compiled using dashboards. So dashboards are a medium to showcase your data through interactive charts, colors, and different kind of things. You'll see with an example. So I'll show you the example also of the raw data, how it looks in Excel or in a database, and how it changes drastically when you show the same thing using Tableau or any business intelligence tool. So I'll show you one example as well. One more thing here is for the self-service business intelligence. So as I said, self-service is nothing but if a user wants to change any filter or any parameter on the dashboard, he can now do that on his own using Tableau, because Tableau is one of the tools which allows you to do that. You can basically interact yourself without depending on any other person like a developer or any other person who has developed that dashboard or that report. So different platforms, from I would say from a tools perspective, we have in Tableau is for different. I would say again the BI value chain, as I said, to prepare the data we need Tableau Prep. So these are the different names of the tools. For analysis and discovery, we use Tableau Desktop. For sharing and governance, we use Tableau Server, where you host your dashboard as well. We need the server for that. And Tableau Online is nothing but you can do the same thing which you did with server, and also you can view the dashboards online. So that's one of the things and different tools which Tableau provides. So this helps for any company to monitor the data and also govern. So definitely, if you have heard about the term audit or auditing, so you can also do that using the Tableau, products, different kind of products. You can do that as well, because each and everything on the server is monitored and as in documented. So whenever you have an audit or something, companies can use that as well to if someone is having some misleading information, you can easily pick that as well. So that's one of the key aspects I would say with business intelligence. This is something, if you have not searched, you can go on Google and just search for Gartner. It's one of the organization again which audits different companies and their products and their tools. And then Gartner, each and every quarter or year, I would say, they rank those companies and their tools depending upon the popularity, their sales, and how it's been used, their functionality. And that's the reason they came to a conclusion that Tableau is a leader in 2020 for analytics and business intelligence platforms. So this is more on the slides which we have. After this, we have a plan to show you something on the Tableau tool itself. So I'll pause for a minute. If you have any questions, just keep on typing in the chat box. Okay, coming back to an example which I said, how business intelligence tools make life cool of different businesses or companies. One reason is here. I'll show you a very, very good and very latest example, I would say, with definitely the crisis going on is with the COVID-19. So Tableau has created a dashboard. So this is called a dashboard, or how data looks using a business intelligence tool. I'll also show you the same thing, how it looks in the Excel spreadsheet, and then you will be surprised why we say that we need a business intelligence tool rather than doing the same thing in Microsoft Excel or any other I would say traditional BI. So I was saying that I was talking more on self-service tool. So why I was focusing more on that is this. If you see here, suppose right now it's showing you all the locations, okay, of an region or of a country. If you have a requirement and you want to see the same thing for a given location, not all the locations, you want to see this for a specific country. So right now, if you see, I can easily go to this filter here. I can, if I want to see this with respect to India, I can just type in here. I can just select India, and if you see, within some seconds, if you see, the data is changed. How easy is this? It's easily showing you the total cases, new cases, reported deaths, and new deaths. And if you see this, here is also a graph, which easily shows you the timeline is from 1st of April 2020 and till to date or today. So this is so easy with the modern tool. Tableau is definitely, this is in Tableau, so this is definitely very easy. Now if you see, I can easily go to United States. It's one more tab because specifically with United States we have a lot of different regions. I can easily go to those regions. Now we can definitely see more features with the tool itself. See, I'm just hovering on one of the region, and if you see the data or the information you get so quickly, and you can easily predict that the total cases in a given region are 4,000 or some rough amount. Now I'll show you the same thing in the data set behind this. So if you see this is the data, how it used to how it looks in Microsoft Excel or a two-dimensional database, I would say. Now just just see if I give you this data and I say that tell me what are the number of deaths for India, for Maharashtra or any state. Just see what just assume how you will do this and what kind of time you will take to do this. And suppose if you take 2 days to to get this data for me, and then I say now I want to see the same thing with the United States. You will have to again do the same process. You will spend 2 days on doing that, and then you will get a report which is not dynamic. So that is why we call Tableau or the latest business intelligence tools that they are self-service, because they easily you can interact, you can change the requirement on your basis, how you want to look at it, and can easily make those decisions using the tools. And it's very easy, given that the data should be in that format. And that's the reason we we always say that BI tools make life cool, because if you see, this is more cool rather than doing the traditional BI method, which was something like this. So there are different reporting using Tableau. You can see a number of dashboards here. I'll show you a couple of more. I'll show you a couple of more examples here. So if you see here, this is, I would say, a data with respect to a company or a organization with respect to its, profit, sales of its products, different sales by month, by quarter, and by states or region. So if you see, there are n number of factors, or where you can see this data. If you see the headers, you can see the sales, profits, profit ratio, profits per order, sales per customer, and average discount. Just assume if you have to do the same thing using the traditional BI method, for example, Excel or any other tool in that scenario, you will take, I would say, more than 6 months just to prepare this data. And then just assume, if you take 6 months to prepare this data, you will have to again, keep spending the same amount of time for each and every requirement. But in the other scenario, if you see this tool like Tableau, if you see, easily I can, filter out anything which I want. And as I said, how does this help to better decision making and strategic decisions? The reason I said that is, I can easily see what are the sales for a for a product. I can easily change any product. Different tabs are present. If you see, this is with products specifically. So these are different products here on the left side, like furniture, office supplies, technology. I can see the region wise split as well. So I can easily just change the region to central, and I can see what is going on in the central region with respect to furniture. So how many furnitures I have sold in central region for the year 2017 for the month of March. So I can easily say that it's around $4,219. So this is the power of I would say BI tools right now, which play a very important role in any organization to help make better decisions and make life cool. So this is one of the examples I wanted to show you, and this pretty much covers the topic for today. If you have any questions, just keep posting them, and if you want to see more on the tool, just you can also write down that as well. I can walk you through the tool as well then. So I'll take a pause, and over to you, Priya ma'am, if you want to add something.
Thank you, Pankaj. Now I request Mrs. Shinde to address the question answers. Kiran ma'am, unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible? Am
Yes,
I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Thank you, Pankaj, for delivering a very informative and useful session. Participants, as I said in the beginning, it's very good platform for you now to raise questions. There is chat box with this app. You can just text your questions in that. We will take few questions, and Mr. Pankaj would be in a position to answer that. So I think there is one question from Rishabh Raj. Yeah, we will take that question.
Okay, I think Rishabh is asking, does BI tools do data cleansing?
Correct.
Okay, good. A good question. Rishabh, before answering your question, I'll just quickly talk on what is data cleansing, because might happen that some other people won't know what exactly data cleansing means. So in any BI value chain, there are different processes which happen. So before creating this dashboard, there are many other steps which we do to the data itself. So for example, if you have once you get the raw data from the operational department, you have to do a data cleansing, or I would say you have to do the transformation to the data before using it directly on the dashboard. So I cannot directly. Sometimes you can definitely display, but you have to check what you are doing. Because if you use the wrong data to show it on the dashboard, you will the user or the management will end up taking wrong decisions. So definitely for that we need data cleansing, or we also say it as data transformation. So there is a process called as ETL, extract, transform, and then load. So this process takes care of data cleaning and then loading it again to the database or whatever source data you want to do, you want to add it.
Okay.
So to answer your question, Rishabh, BI tools also do the data cleansing. Yes, it does. So the example for it is the Tableau Prep, which I mentioned. That tool does the data cleansing part for some extent, and the remaining you can do in the Tableau desktop itself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the answer. The next question is there any jobs available related to Power BI? It is asked by Saurabh Buratkar.
Definitely, there are jobs available related to Power BI. As you know, I know why you're asking this question is might be because we are talking more on Tableau as an BI tool, and we are not talking on other tools. But as I mentioned earlier, Tableau is one of the market leader in BI tools. That does not mean that other tools don't do a good business. They also there are number of users which are also using Power BI and other different tools. Definitely you have jobs and for Power BI as well, and also for Tableau. So the opportunity is there. It's not that it's particularly only with Tableau. Tableau is just an example to showcase how business intelligence or BI tool look and how they are used in business.
Okay. The next question is how can we learn Tableau? Like, is it free, or how can we actually enhance in this particular area?
Okay. Good question. If you want to learn Tableau, there are two different things. One is learning a tool, Tableau or any other tool. And the second thing is you want to do a certification in that tool. And the third thing is you should have a hands-on experience of that tool. Uh, for your question, you want to learn. So you just want to start with this particular tool. There are different things right now in this COVID situation. If you go to the Tableau website itself, they are offering a free 3 months learning program. You just have to register your basic details like your name, email, and you'll get access to the 3 months free learning Tableau for all the tools of Tableau. So you can use that medium method right now, because it might happen that after some time that free learning won't be there, and you'll have to end up paying some amount and then using the other mediums to learn Tableau or any other tool. You can learn this, and I think you have also the same question. You also mentioned that do we get jobs just by learning Tableau? This is a generic question actually, not specific to tool. I would say any technology or any tool. It I cannot say 100% that just learning that you'll get a job. You should be very confident after learning. You should be very confident to justify yourself, to the interview or to the company where you want to join. You should be able to justify yourself that after learning you can give better performance just by learning, and not you'll make sure that 100% of that learning will add a value add to that company. That will definitely help you to get a job.
Okay. Okay. One more question is what are the prerequisites for learning Tableau?
Uh, Prerequisite, a good question again. Prerequisite for learning Tableau or any BI tool, there are a number of things. One, you should know very, very basic, I would say, database concepts. or data concept on a higher level, not specific to any database, but you should know what data means, what information means, and basic idea about what is BI first, business intelligence, and then you should be good enough to learn Tableau then.
Okay. And like many of the students are asking, or many of the participants are asking about the career opportunities. Like, will they like be able to grab more career opportunities after learning Tableau, or after that also again they need to do something else?
Career opportunities in Tableau or business intelligence for this decade, at least for this 10 years at least, I would say definitely it's huge, because if you see last decade and the coming decade, we had tremendous opportunities in BI or business intelligence. The reason for that is companies now focused or started focusing more on their data, and then how we can use and utilize, and we can clean and those things to the data first, and they are now focusing more on that. That's the reason indirectly we'll have more opportunities going forward. So learn Tableau or learn BI, that will definitely help you getting better jobs and to sustain in this market.
Okay. Next question is, what is self-service BI?
Okay, self-service BI, if you see the example here itself, I'll show you again. Traditionally what was happening is, if the same report, if you create using the traditional BI tools or BI methods, you'll see the same report, but you won't be able to change anything. If you see, we don't get these filters. If I have to change the region, I can do now using Tableau or the modern techniques or tools, but traditionally you were not able to do this. So you cannot change anything. Whatever data is there, it's static. So if I want to see the same sales for some different region, I have to again go back to the developer or the person who has developed this. Then he'll change the complete dashboard for me for that region, and then I'll again see the data for that region. Self-service BI meaning is I can myself change anything. I can interact with the dashboard, and then it automatically changes that for me. So this is self-service BI. That's the reason we say it as self-service.
Okay, thank you.
I hope this answers the question.
Yeah, thank you very much. There is one more question which is actually addressing regarding the life cycle of this particular tool. Can you just brief on that? Yeah.
Life cycle of
Rishabh Raj, can you just reframe your question? You have said that sir can explain the life cycle, but exactly which life cycle are you expecting? Can you reframe your question and type in the chat box again? Till then, other participants, you can raise questions.
I think.
Yeah, life cycle of BI, he is saying, like in brief.
Life cycle of BI.
Yeah.
Okay, life cycle, or I would say the BI value chain. Okay, in brief. Yeah. I'll quickly tell you the different things which come into BI. As I mentioned, one thing is the data preparation. Second is the data preparation is again divided into two different things. One is the extraction, second is the transformation, and the third is the loading. So these are different things of ETL, or extract, transform, and load. This is a part of the BI life cycle, as you said. And then comes the visualization or the representation of the data. So if you see, the value chain starts with the database or the source of the data till the target, which is nothing but this representation you see here on Tableau. So this is the life cycle. Yeah, this is very brief. If you want to discuss the exact life cycle, we'll have to discuss.
Yeah, actually it's a vast topic.
Vast topic, yeah.
Correct. Any more questions, participants? I think other questions are quite similar to each other, which we have addressed related to career opportunities, or how to start the career with Tableau, how to learn Tableau. there are similar type of questions, and all these questions are now addressed already by Mr. Pankaj. IT sector career role. Okay. No, this is not in line with the topic. Fine. So thank you very much for answering all these questions, Pankaj. Thank you once again. It was indeed a fruitful and informative session. We move forward towards the question answer session, and which we have already covered now. Now, I request Dr. Priya Deshpande, madam, to share the takeaways of today's session. Over to Dr. Priya.
Thank you, Mrs. Shinde, and thank you, Pankaj, for guiding us about the various BI tools and Tableau demonstration and the features of Tableau. This is definitely help our audience to know the various BI tools, and they will think of its application in their business for further strategic planning, for operational efficiency, for tracking all the daily activities and operations, for knowing the sales trend, and of course for cost reduction. They can prepare the business models and reports for making the taking their business ahead. So thank you once again, and I now request Mrs. Shinde to take the session further. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Students, now we are going to display a link in front of you on the screen, and it will also be posted in the chat box. That is our quiz link. You have to attempt that quiz. After that, attempting the quiz, you will get e-certificate. So please do attempt the quiz. The link is shown on the screen. You can see that. It will be also posted in the chat box soon. So you have to just click on the link, attempt the quiz, and after that you will get certified for this particular webinar. Unless and until you attempt the quiz, you will not get this e-certificate. So kindly attempt the quiz. And very importantly, write your name properly in that particular quiz form, because the same name would appear on the certificate. So carefully write the name and your email ID in that particular form, and then submit it successfully so that you will get certified with this particular webinar. At the outset, I thank our resource person, Mr. Pankaj Morade, Senior Consultant, Exa Business Technologies Private Limited. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. We are thankful to our Honorable Director, Dr. Deepali Savai, for her motivation. A special thank to the organizing committee, technical team, and my faculty members for their unflinching support and coordination. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of the webinar today, but as I said, please attempt the quiz and get certified with today's webinar. Thank you.